Sorry about that. I had actually switched off. Asante sana. I know Kenyan boy, Aman Oromo, thank you so much for noting that out. Kengo Omwangu, Asante sana. Yeah, I had muted and I had not noticed that. So I can imagine you can hear me now. So as we said that we have two frontline, and of course another one that is emerging. The first one is Azimio. And then, of course, we do have the other one that is, can you hear me now? I hope you can hear me right now. If you can, just let me know. Tell us where you are listening to us from. So we have, what's happening? Okay, hold on. Do you hear me now? I don't know what's happening. If you can hear me, just put a thumbs up. Loud and clear. Oh, awesome. Okay, so I think something had not happened. Amano Oromo, you're watching from the US. Kindly tell us where you're watching us from and where you're listening to us from. Now, this is a political discussion forum. Here we just come to interrogate, understand. If you have a view, if you have a point, if you have watched anything that you think we need to know, if you have found that there's a line that you think we don't understand, you come on board and then you come share with us. So today we are focusing on Azimio. Azimio had its troops somewhere in Githurai. And also OKA had their principal, that is Kalonzo. He was somewhere in Madare. He went to Redeemed Gospel Church. He said some things there to the extent that he thinks that they have no conditions that they have put to any Azimio to jail them. And of course, Kenya Kwanza Alliance was in VIHIGA trying to rule the Western guys. Do you think they are doing they are going to make any impact? They are saying that we do not want any project that is pushed by the state. Do you think Raila is a project, and do you think they are making sense? We didn't hear anything about bottom up today. We didn't hear nothing about what was said. They are trying to now direct people to think about Kenya, about Azimio la Umoja as a project. What do you think? Now, I want to hear your views. Want to hear what you have to say. We want to hear what is it that you think. Do you think they are making any sense? So we'll bring you on, and the link to join is right there. Let me share it right now. So if you're down there and you want to come on, Karibu, just click on the link and join us in studio and share with us your view. The link to join is right there. In the meantime, kindly let us know where you're listening to us from. I can see Kenyan boy watching from Sondu. GWC Wafula anasema loud and clear, asante sana. Sisino Samao ndani nikiwa Baragoi, asante. Alfred Mukomani mitambo noma. Sam Osonga watching from I don't know which country is that. Alex Isoe wacha nirushe, lazima nirushe mikono. Anasema rusha mikono juu. That's how they do it. Benja Buddha from Nairobi, asante. Sharon Jebet live from Nairobi, asante. Balkis Mohammed, Azimio Hoye Mbele, asante. Boy Omwiwa, Azimio is a project meant to maintain. Alex Isoe, I'm so relaxed, Alex. I don't know why you're having issues. Amanoro Morao, the fee. Thank you from Thika, Raila Odinga, People Project, not government, but Asante. Next is still new. That's Catherine Akinyi. Tell us where you're listening to us from so that we can hear what you have to say. Come on to the studio and share with us your view. If you think there's something we need to hear that we don't know. GW Afula from County 47, Asante. Kenya Kwanza. As you come in on studio, kindly mute until you are given time to talk. Asante, just get muted. Saddam Alaik watching from Kisumu, Dani Azimio, and of course we have several people coming. Kindly come, and today also is the deadline for giving to the master pit, so also we'll have that coming up as we move on. Saddam Alaik, Alike, I think it's Alike, Nyandieka Jr., Kitale is tuned in. Wow. Alex, the show will be lit. Themba is here. UDA, Omongas, Watoro. We want all of them, all the UDA guys. Karibuni. Tell us what's going on. UDA people, come on this show and tell us what you think is going on. Why aren't you talking about bottom up anymore? You have changed to now attacking Uhuru. And the deputy president currently is now addressing Uhuru directly. That is saying that Uhuru cannot give us his project. What do you think, you dear guys? Come on and tell us what's happening. Are you running out of ammunitions? What has happened? What Zed from Kitui, Asante, Kennedy Manyasi from Donholm, Amelia Diambo, welcome them watching from Rome, Baba, all the way. Asante sana, Amelia Diambo, Kema Mwangu, tuning in from Nairobi. Bashir Muhsin watching from Kikuyu, Zambezi. Yeah, I know Zambezi. You're now on your way to uh, Busia Road, watching from 028. Asante sana. Kindly keep your comments coming. Those who are watching us from Facebook, those who are watching us on YouTube, keep your comment coming. This forum is for everyone, whether you're supporting UDA, you're supporting Kenya Kwanza, you're supporting OKA, you're supporting Azimio, you're supporting even Tujibebe Party. This is your forum. Come on and give us what you think. Murunga Barigani. Murunga, are you there?
I'm here.
Yes. What is your thought? What do you think? Tell us what you're thinking.
Yeah, I'm trying to connect to the link, but I don't know. I'm not able to. Let me refresh it again once more.
No, we can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah, go on.
Yes. Now, good evening, Banatemba.
Good evening. How are
And
you?
I'm okay. The weekend has been good. We're preparing to get back to the next week and continue building the nation. And yes, I can see you've actually mentioned the issue about the People's Project and the government project. I think it irritates so much when you hear someone say Raila Odinga can be a government project. Raila Odinga cannot be a government project. Raila Odinga, in fact, is the one who can actually stop a government from functioning, meaning that he is a project of the people. So therefore, he is the people's project, and the people, of course, want him as their project to ensure that he ascends to power. Secondly, I've seen a number of Buddha rallies. I saw one in Mombasa yesterday. I saw Tononoka. I saw the numbers, of course. They're trying to fight to get the numbers. Going by what we've seen at the coast, and what we have seen today in VIHIGA County, of course, noting that we had a number of people, we had, a number of people who are actually against the rallies in Maya. But I would say we just have to let everyone in this country to campaign anywhere. What we do is to go there, listen to their message, listen to the speakers, what they say. But what we're also telling the political class is that stop provoking the people. You know, I am a supporter of Raila Odinga. I have those. I am actually very close to those who support William Ruto as well. But what we're saying is, let's not be provocative. You use language against your opponent, language that is not pleasant, only for you to ensure that your opponent does not find that space to, to do his campaigns, and the opponent is actually demeaning your opponent to the level of people thinking that perhaps he's not sellable. But that should not be happening, especially in a country like Kenya, where we have grown. Our democratic space has grown, and the country is actually gearing for another election. We should not go to the election when a country is divided. We don't have another country. The country we have is Kenya, and whether you're UDA or you're Azimio, ama ile OKA Kenya. Yes, I know OKA Kenya is a branch of Azimio. Of course, that will be happening in a few weeks' time. Of course, they will be jumping over. And my message as well to our team, that is Azimio. Martha Karua is a good, is a good candidate as well. Is a good candidate for the position of deputy president. That one we should not rule out, because we know what she can do. And yes, we have the people who have been playing in Azimio. We have Peter Kenneth and Peter Munya, who are the front runners. And we should accept and actually let those who are going to make the decision look at the candidates, the credibility of the candidates, and then give us a good candidate. Azimio has numbers. Yes, I hear people talking about the numbers. William Ruto has the numbers. When you look at the country as it is now, and where I'm seated, I can see even the central Kenya or the central, that is the mountain region, also preparing and also readying themselves for Raila presidency. I see, yes, we may not get the 50% in the central Kenya, but I see somewhere in a range of 45%. My region, Western Kenya, I see somewhere around 78%. Eastern, I see somewhere around 70%. That is for Azimio. Nairobi, of course, Baba controls. Yes. The coast. Hello?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm saying the coastal region, I see Baba getting close to 80%. And Rift Valley, considering the population in Rift Valley, of course, we know Baba has made inroads in Samburu, Turkana, and the Maa community. So what we are saying is that the numbers are there, and the numbers will be good in the Rift Valley as well. But in Nyanza, of course, we know that is 95%. So we have few numbers. Yes, it may have been 98, but let's give it 95%. For the few numbers, of course, we'll gamble with them. But now the question will be, where is the other opponent going to get the numbers? Tuambiane tu ukweli, because the country, as we see it, and the incumbent, we don't have an incumbent. We don't have a president. We have this is a transitional. We have a transition where we are going to be voting in for president to come to power. Therefore, and with the support of the incumbent, I don't think, yes, people are saying it's a project, but people will not buy into the idea of a project. Yes, were it to be somebody else, yes, would have said that it's a project, but Raila Odinga cannot be a project of a state. He himself commands his own voting bloc, which should not be underestimated. My view as of now is that Raila is going to garner 65 and above of the popular vote in the country, and he's going to secure the presidency. Temba, that's my submission.
Thank you so much, Murunga, for your submission. I really appreciate it. Keep your comments coming, Team Kenya Kwanza. As a Kolo, uko happy. Now, I want to let the people know we have 2 shows going on. I mean, with the studios have been open, so if you find the other side and people are busy, it's okay to come here. We Murunga mute. Yeah, we have 2 shows going on. There's one that is being run by Bernard, is on the other side, and of course we have this one here. So ukipata hapa pamejaa, ni maoni tunatoa, Wakenya wengi waweze kutoa maoni. So don't worry, if you come in, you go the other side, ufate umejaa. Yote ni maoni ya Wakenya. So let's keep the comments coming and the debate going on, so that at least as many people and as many views we can hear. Yes, I see. Karibu Mamo Denge, karibu Omar. Wacha tusikie Geoffrey Okumu alikuja hapa mwanzo kidogo. Wacha tusikie anasemaje. Geoffrey Okumu, can you unmute and talk before I bring the others? Geoffrey? Okay, I don't know if you can hear me. Omar, are you there?
Niko tu hapa. Karibu na wewe.
Kabla nilete Mamo.
Leo nimeona UDA Kenya kwanza, wanajiita Kenya kwanza. Wanatamani kupasuka, wana hasira. Kama nimeshangaa wote wana hasira, Mudavadi, Ruto na Wetangula. Kwanza Mudavadi na Ruto wako na hasira. Haiwezekani Raila kukuwa rais. Yaani siasa leo walikuwa wana attack Uhuru Kenyatta. Watu wameshaanza kuwa panic. Wameona hii kiti huyu mzee anaenda kuchukua. Kila wakienda rally hakuna kitu ya maana wanazungumza. Subject ni Uhuru Kenyatta project. Uhuru Kenyatta project. Hakuna kitu kingine wanaweza kuzungumza ya maana. Alafu leo nimeona hasira zote wanapelekea rais na Raila, sana rais. Yaani nimekuja kuona watu inaonyesha waziwazi wameshaanza kuwa bitter. Yaani sijaamini kama yani Msali anaongea na hasira hivyo. Wamejua hii kiti inaenda na huyu mzee. Sasa wameshaanza kukuwa na wasiwasi. Hata mzee hajaanza siasa vizuri, ameenda iko nchi ya nje, so mgoje watu wapatane kwa kiwanja. Hiyo tu ndio nilikuwa nazungumza leo, kwa sababu naangalia wenzangu wana hasira leo.
Asante sana Omar, umeona hasira zinazidi huko. Hata Legacy anasema hiyo si hasira ndugu yangu, kweli usemwe. Edwin Odhiambo anasema whether Raila is a project or not, which najua hawezi kuwa, I will support him milele na milele. Dudu Daud anasema Baya is just the best aspirant as per the 2022 ticket. Karibu Mamo Denge, toa maoni.
Asante sana Mr. Temba. Mumefanya mzuri kwanza kugawanya studio, kitu ya kwanza, because watu wamekosa mali ya kuingia. Kila wakati watu wanakaa kwa dirisha wakiongoja moja achomoke. Hiyo ni kazi mzuri sana kwanza, congratulations, kitu ya kwanza. Ya pili, ile kitu nimeona kwa hii mada ya leo, okay, kitu ya kwanza, hii mambo ya project. Wakae wakijua Raila hawezi kuwa project ya mtu yoyote. Kwa sababu gani ninasema hivyo? Raila amepanda milima peke yake. Mali amefika milima amefika peke yake. Kwa hivyo kuanzia zamani hata Raila hajaikuwa project ya mtu yoyote. Because hatujaiona Raila ameshikwa mkono mtu akisema ati Raila tosha. Lakini tumeona project Raila watu wengi wamekuwa project yake. Mtu kama tuseme Mwai Kibaki amekuwa project ya Raila, kwa sababu unajua Raila kusema tosha ndio amefika mahali amefika na ametawala mahali miaka ametawala. Kwa hivyo mwenye anasema Raila ni project ya serikali ama project ya Uhuru, hiyo ni uongo tupu. Hii kampeni yao ya VIHIGA, hii kitu ya kwanza, ile kitu nimegundua, nilijaribu kuhesabu MP wangapi wamefuata Mudavadi ama Ruto huko VIHIGA. Kitu ya kwanza, hakuna MP wowote wenye yeye ako naye, because rally ukienda, make sure ukisema unaenda stronghold yako ukuwe na watu wako wengi, ndio sasa unajua watu wataona yenyewe kweli, hata utaheshimiwa, kwa sababu inasemekana there is something umebrought kwa meza. Lakini sasa unaenda huko na una MPs na wote wameenda DAP. So maoni yangu ya kwamba mimi sioni chochote Mudavadi ameleta kwa Ruto, na hakuna kitu anaweza muletea ati ya kufaidi Ruto. So yangu ni hayo tu. Studio sasa kama ni mbili, tunaweza enda the other side hata to contribute. Thank you very much Mr. Temba.
Studio ni mbili, ukimaliza hapa unaweza enda kwingine pia huko, unatokea wengine, unazunguka kwa studio zote, hakuna shida. Kazi ni kwako, vile ambavyo tunatoka. Bara wa Kenya watoe maoni na wasikize. Richard Osano, karibu.
Sawa, ukijaa kwa Temba tunaenda kwa Bernard. Hiyo ni kazi mzuri sana. Thank you very much. Kazi mzuri mnafanya.
Ukimaliza huko unakuja huko. Sikiza yote. Richard ameenda.
Hello.
Ni nani?
Nilikuwa nauliza swali kidogo.
Yes, Omar, sema.
Kwa hiyo ingine mtu anaingia aje kwa hiyo ya Bernard?
Zote ni the same tu. Ukipata link, ukiona kama haijajaa, kwa sababu najua studio inafaa inakuwa na watu 10. So if ikijaa watu 10, you can always go to the other one. Ukiona hiyo haijajaa, pia unaenda kwa hiyo ingine. So it's just the conversation going. So it's just the same. The topic ni moja, na pia the focus is the same. It's only that we are creating a bigger platform for more people to share. Kuna wazo nataka kusema ni similar to kushare. So let's keep sharing our views. Asante sana Mamo Omar, asante Murunga. Keep your comments coming. Wanasema Legacy asema hiyo si hasira. Ni nini kama si hasira? When you find that someone ameamua ya kwamba sasa, sijui kama Mamo ulisikia wakisema mambo ya bottom up kweli in VIHIGA? Mama ameenda. Omar, ulisikia wamesema mambo ya bottom up huko VIHIGA kweli?
Hakuna mambo ya bottom up. Bottom up ilizikwa kwa sakafu. Sahii ni vile wamebadilisha sasa. Sahii ni ile bottom up walikuwa wanazungumza. Sahii wamejenga hiyo bottom up ni kuattack kila pale wakienda wakiattack president na Raila Odinga. Hiyo ndio project yao sasa. Yani hiyo ni maneno yao sasa. Pale wanaenda wana attack hao watu wawili.
Sasa hizi siasa yao imekuwa sasa ni siasa ya kupaint Raila as the project na kuattack president.
Lakini hiyo hakuna kitu itawasaidia. Hii election inaenda, wakijaribu kutumia hiyo mambo, hiyo maneno, wanazidi kuweka huyu mzee popular. Wamekuja kuona kila wakizungumza hivyo mzee anazidi kwenda juu. Yani Wakenya sasa hivi wamekuja wenyewe wamekuja kujua Wakenya hawataki, Wakenya wanataka huyu mzee.
Yeah, Sawale, habari? Kawale, anaitwa Kawale ama ni Sawale? Kawale, uko hapo? Nafikiri hayuko. And Omar, unafikiriaje mambo ya Kalonzo alipokuwa pale Redeemed Gospel Church? Maoni yako ni aje?
Maoni yangu ya Kalonzo, kitu ya kwanza, kuna wakati juzi Charity Ngilu na Kibudha Kibwana wakati walikuwa chukua hawa ma businessman, hawa wadosi wa Kamba kuonana na baba. Inaonekana Kalonzo upande kwake anapata pressure pia kwa hao matajiri au watu wake wa biashara, wanamwambia ana otherwise lazima ajiunge na huyu mzee. Na kitu ingine pia, Kalonzo nimekuja kuona hataki kukuja, yani ajulikane akuje mara moja, anataka kutumia akila madhakarua hiyo, akila Jirongo sasa ndio akuje, sasa ndio aingie. Hiyo ndio nimekuja kuona plani ya Kalonzo.
Okay. So na hivyo anasema kwamba hataki kupeana conditions kuingia Azimio.
Katika hiyo lugha ya Kalonzo na politics ni politics. Kalonzo mwenyewe anajua hakuna vile atenda peke yake atashinda. Hiyo amejidanganya. Na mwenye siasa usimuamini sana, kwa sababu mwenye siasa atazungumza hivi leo, kesho azungumze hivyo. Mimi niko sure about Kalonzo Musyoka. Kitu ya kwanza, wale wako nyuma yake, mtu kama Jirongo, Gideon Moi na Madhakarua hawaezi wakamuacha Kalonzo aende hiyo kundi ingine, kwa sababu watu watatu hawaelewani na William Ruto. Hiyo niko sure. Maybe Kalonzo decide peke yake, lakini hao watu watatu waweza wakamfuata.
Asante sana. Jose Koech anasema UDA party are full of hypocrite leaders. Why they criticize, I think, Azimio of Uhuru supporting Azimio, yet forgetting Ruto is split into two, where Uhuru to Azimio, hence Ruto to UDA. So why branches yet the Uruto not yet splitted, but wow, project politicking. Okay, temper the punching bag of UDA fools. Nikanzotieno. Asante. David Odero, habari? David Odero. Unmute. David Odero, unmute and talk. Ama nini yako iko namna gani? David Odero. David Odero. Karibu.
Unanipata?
David Odero, unmute and talk.
I've already unmute. Unanipata?
Kama nini yako iko namna gani? David Odero. Karibu.
Asante sana. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Kulingana na maoni yangu, nimeona leo hiyo rally ya UDA ikiwa Vihiga, wananchi hata sioni kama ndugu yao amewasaliti na kuna penye anaenda. Alafu mambo kia inasemekana tio Raila ni project. Government za kuwa project ya Raila, but not the other way around. Raila has been in this game for quite a long time, so akona ile fan base yake yenye kila mtu anajua. Raila has got the numbers, so whoever is thinking that Raila can be somebody's project or government's project, we can say is a daydreamer. Yesterday, whatever happened in Mombasa, at the moment is painted. So whether they are me 10 times 100, Ruto will not vote, I'm sure. So ukiangalia jana venye walikuwa wanaongea Tononoka, ukijiuliza mtu kama Jichopevu alisimama kwa podium. He is the MP for Nyali. He tell his people whatever done and whatever is going to do if they elect him. Selling their policies, they are attacking Raila Amolo Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta. I fail to understand why these leaders are running around the country, wasting their money, campaigning. Instead of selling their policies, they're abusing other leaders. Secondly, about the percentage Raila Odinga will get, I'm 100% sure that this time round Raila is going to get 72% of the total vote, because Kenyans are ready for Raila Odinga's presidency, and they are yearning for that leadership. They have waited for long, since 1997, and this is the right. And we know in the next 5 years Kenya will change. We'll have a new Kenya, not Kenya for corrupt people, but Kenya for clean people. I saw what people like Kina Sifuna was saying today in Githurai. That is the right step to follow. If you want to be in Azimio, you have to be clean. If you are not clean, forget about being in Azimio, because we don't want corrupt leaders to surround the president. We want clean people so that he can fight corruption. Somebody, if you want to do what we call bottom up economy, and you haven't told a community how you are going to fight corruption, how will that bottom up be implemented? Because if you can't fight corruption, you can't implement bottom up. And if you are talking about these bwenyenyes, you are calling them cartels. Those bwenyenyes are the one who are employing these common mwananchi. If you can't work with them, then you are telling us that you want to rule this country on an iron fist, of which is very dangerous. Somebody like William Ruto, he had an opportunity to help this country from 2013 to 2017, because when they took power in 2013, I think it was a 50-50 share. Ruto was given the most powerful ministries in this country, which could have helped the common mwananchi. He had a finance minister in his on his side. He had agriculture ministry, and he had energy ministry. What did he do with those three powerful ministry? He messed them up, and that's why we are now in that big mess we are in, because of the mega corruption in those three ministries. From 2013, if I can remember, there was a cartel in Kenya Power Kenyans were using to pay their bills. It was called Dynamo. It was not for Kenya Power. It was a private entity. And I know people know where that pay bill car was coming from. Number till when the government Uhuru decided to block everything. After 2017, we went back to the Kenya Power, the 8888 power, the normal bill. So if Ruto could not manage to help the 2013 to 2017, by that time I think Mama Mboga were there, the Mkokoteni guys were there, and the bodabodas were there. They don't just appear from hell or from heaven right now in 2022. That's now the Ruto is seeing that he should help those common mwananchi. Ni ngumu sana mtu anakuja na anaiba gunia mzima ya mahindi, alafu anakupatia 1 kg from that sack, then anakuambia ati ana support mtu wa chini. Kama angekuwa anataka kutusupport, ile pesa ameiba mingi sana hizo kwa government, tuletea saizi sisi wote chini hapa tuikule, ndio tujue kwamba anatutetea kutoka huko juu. But mtu anaingia anaingia kwa government from 2013 to 2017, akona more than 6 choppers. Mahoteli zile amenunua hapa Kenya peke yake, kabla tujaenda nje ya nchi, ni mingi sana. 5 stars hotel, si hoteli ndogo ndogo, kubwa sana. Hapa Mombasa ako nayo, Nairobi ako nazo, Uasin Gishu ako nazo, all corners of the country. Land zenye zile zenye amegrab, because we know him very well. Ruto akiwa hawezi ona empty space na kaiwacha, he will run for it. Iwe ni ya serikali, iwe ni ya private entity, iwe ni ya mtu binafsi, he will run for that land. He has really messed the economy of this country, and we are not ready to go down like Uganda. So pia tunakuanga na say nasema, show me your friends and I will tell you who you are. Ruto ukiangalia rafiki yake ni Rais Museveni, mtu mwenye ameharibu nchi ya Uganda. Ugandans are crying now kwamba since independence hawajaona, they are really suffering. So such kind of a leader cannot lead this country. Ati Kenya tumekuwa na deputy president in 2022 anaitwa Gachagua, mtu mwenye ako na scandal mingi sana yenye na mface. Ukiangalia kotini anaingia each and every day. Ukiangalia ati tukue na Kiambu governor Ferdinand Waititu, mtu mwenye unajua vizuri sana is past venye yuko. Ukiangalia mtu kama Ndini Nyoro ako na maskandal, hao ndio watu wenye wana surround Ruto. Ukiangalia mtu kama Oscar Sudi, he has never uttered a single word in parliament. Hakuna Kenya anajua, the only certificate yenye Sudi ako nayo ni birth certificate, and is the member of parliament from Uasin Gishu. Those are the friends who are Ruto mwenye ako nao na nataka kura nayo government. It's very 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 shameful. Nimeshukuru kwa kunipatia nafasi, nataka kupatia wenzangu watoe maoni yao kidogo. I'll come back later. Thank you very much, Demba.
Okay, asante David. Asante David Odero for that. Your nini Sawale, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, karibu toa maoni yako mkubwa. Alafu just before Sawale talk, kuna wengine pale chini. Now we are having 2 studios. Kuna hii studio, kuna ile ingine iko na Bernard. So if you feel huko kumejaa, you can always come here. Utoe maoni. Ukiona huko umemaliza kutoa hapa, you can always drop out, go the other side, pia utoe maoni yako. It's about talking. We have to keep Kenyans talking. And of course, at some point, we will have to maybe see how it is going. Then we can move on, all of us, to one studio. So don't worry. Kuja hapa, toa maoni. If you want to drop off, is okay. If you want to stay on, katu hapa. Let's keep talking. The idea is for us to keep talking as Kenyans. We want Mutembei TV to make as many people talking as possible. So, Sawale, karibu.
Bernard, do you hear me? I mean, sorry, Temba.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go on.
Personally, I prefer to be here than the other side. So I was wondering, you guys are hosting a different show tonight. And actually, personally, KK Alliance, they are doing good. So far, they are doing good. You see, in Kenya, the people who vote are the local people. People who actually never mind on who have a better manifesto. People who don't mind who have a better policy. Because we have seen that in 2013 and the 2017. So actually, I'm surprised that David said Raila will get 70%. I don't know where that 70% honestly it's coming from. And if Baba with his principle, NASA principle, he was not able to get 70 plus 1 or 70% or 60%, this time round, which Baba is alone, I don't know where that percentage is coming from, and I don't know how David calculated that one. And I support Baba, but one thing that I don't support or I don't agree is that lying yourself, giving a fake hope that Baba will get 70%, Baba will get more votes in Central, and those things. And the truth of the matter is, Ruto control is in Central than any other person. Forget about even Baba. If today Uhuru allows the constitution to go back for that time and to contest with William Ruto, in Central alone, forget about the rest of the part of Kenya, in Central alone, Ruto will get more votes than Uhuru Kenyatta. And that one is fact. Let me give you example, Temper. Ruto invested in Central for the last 8 years. Alifanya biashara mzuri sana pale. And we have seen result. I have a very good example for you. Any person from Central who have an interest in political seat, be it governor or senator or MP, has to go to Ruto side. You will not see anyone. You see, the few individuals who are in Jubilee, like Kanina Kega, like Sabina, what do you call this? Muranga Wemere. These are the few Central people actually who have not yet even declared their interest. But any person who declared his interest and is fresh will never go to Jubilee side. They have to go to UDA because this person controls in Central. Waiguru, it's another good example. She's in William Ruto's side right now, not because of she loves William Ruto. It is the circumstance that actually forced her to go to that side. The other lady, the Laikipia lady also, Wariguru. These are the people who actually have listened to the ground and they don't want to lose their seat. So the only option is that so far this gentleman controls your votes, you have to be with him. That's one example. The other example are the by-elections. You see, Temper, Uhuru Kenyatta will go down in the history that a sitting president who actually have no say in his region, someone, his deputy, controls his party and his region. In February 20, I think it is 25th, Jubilee are now trying to organize an NDC meeting. But for me, that one is not that one is a memorial event. That the party died, and not because of, you know, it is fact that party died. I'm saying this because just look the people who are surrounding with Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta, his party was not able to defeat William Ruto in central by-election recently. Let me come back to KK Alliance. Actually, KK Alliance and the Azimio, if you look the KK Alliance, these are the Mudavadi, Ruto, and the Wetangula. The two NASA principal who were with Baba in 2017. This gentleman worked hard to make sure that at least he has to get something from Western. And at this time round, Ruto will get a good number of votes in Western. You see, we cannot say that the Western Mudavadi and the Wetangula, these are useless people. You cannot tell me that, because they were with Baba, they supported Baba, they helped Baba to get good number of votes from Western. Now that they have played their card and decided to go to Ruto, then they cannot help Ruto to get votes in Western. Let me come back to hello. I think Denga wants to say something.
Yeah, Denge wants. I'm sure Denge has some questions. I have some questions for you too. Denge, you can ask Kawale some questions.
Asante sana Mr. Temba. Sasa ile swali nilikuwa nataka kuuliza, okay, alikuwa anasema Ruto anaweza pata votes mingi kutoka kwa Western. So swali yangu ni ya kwamba kama already wabunge wake wote wametoroka, wa Mudavadi wametoroka, ni wapi anaweza pata vote huko Western kweli? Because mi naona kama hakuna kitu Mudavadi anaweza letea Ruto Western. Thank you.
Alafu, Kawale, I want to ask you some question. Is it possible that Mudavadi, Weta were actually jinxing Raila's presidency? Kwa sababu it seems like right now vile wamemwacha, he's more probable to become a president as when they were with him. That is question number one. Question number two, as Denge is asking, what is this that is making you think that they are moving to Kenya Kwanza or joining Ruto? Is a more realistic chance, because walipogura tu hivi wakamjoin, waliachwa na MPs wote. Yeah, kama vile tu Denge anauliza.
You see, Tempa and Benga, we need to, we are living in Kenya, and we are just seeing how these things, the politics of Kenya, how it's going. These people, you are telling me that are defecting from ANC and the Fort Kenya and join Azimio. You need to ask yourself, why is it that they are defecting now, that they are joining Azimio, because of these two gentlemen went to the side of Ruto. When Uhuru Kenyatta was trying to talk to Mudavadi Weta and Kalonzo to support Raila Odinga, and these people were trying to reject that idea from Uhuru Kenyatta, why is it that they did not come out and say that we should either support Baba or we defect? You see, let me give you a very good example, Tempa. Anybody right now, anybody who is defecting a party from one party to another. Hello? Hello?
David Otieno, ngoja kidogo sana. David Otieno, as you come, kindly mute, because ukiingia na uko na your nini is on, ina interfere na reception.
Yes.
Now, Kawale, you are saying something very interesting.
Let me finish. I was finishing. Let me finish.
Okay.
You see, people are defecting. You see, even this lady who defected from UDA to Jubilee, I don't know. Is it independent right now? She wants to go to independent or Jubilee? I don't know. Just because of Anway Guru joined William Ruto. That's people defecting. Maybe they may not even help you. These people are defecting because of their personal interest. You see, right now, Temba, you are supporting Baba, and you are trying to contest the seat. And then I come and join you on that political party. And you know that you and I are both supporting now Azimio through ODM party, but we have to go to nomination. That, you should not be like people defecting from one party to another. And actually, these all parties, be it UDA, Azimio, or KKA, or OKA, anybody who is defecting from one place to another, that one, their personal interest is causing them to defect from this to that, not because of the love they have for that person. How many times that Uhuru Kenyatta tried to solve this issue, to tell these guys that the guys, we have a very tough opponent, let's support Baba. Baba is the right candidate. And they said no. Where were that MPs who defected now? Because there are others automatically who joined, like this case in like Kakamega governor. Now it is race between Malala and Boni Kalawale. You see, initially, Boni Kalawale was the only favorite from the UDA side and for that seat. But now, because of these two other principals joined the UDA, things are coming up, and they have to go through nomination. So defection from either side, that one should not lie you. People defect for their personal interest. Even very soon you see people defected from ODM to other party. And there is one time this thing said William Ruto on somewhere, I think it was 2020 somewhere. I think he was in Ukambani, and then he told Kalonzo, hawa watu wanatuenjoy sisi, manake wao wanaangalia interest yao, watutumie sisi, alafu hata sisi kama kesho tutaanguka, bora tu yao walipata. From MCA to MP to Senate to governor, their personal number one interest is for them to get seat. And nowadays, nobody want to go to nomination. Number one, it's expensive. Number two, people from the other side will support this guy for nomination. They have to go for nomination election. So people are avoiding nominations. People are avoiding that very, tough, that very tough test. So defection is even ODM, even Ruto, even both sides of the political party. And because of this person is defecting from this to this, now that Baba is favorite. Or Ruto, people are defecting from Ruto to this, now Ruto is favorite. No.
Kawale,
Yes,
wait. You know, when 160 MPs in Parliament decided that they were aligning themselves to Ruto, you guys didn't have the same narrative. Your narrative was very different. But just hold on right there. I can see we are joined by young millionaire George. Hey, millionaires wamekuja hapa, and we also joined by Inawezekana. So let's hear maybe young millionaire, and then we hear Inawezekana. By the way, I want to let our listeners and those who are joining us here. We have two studios running concurrently right now. There's Bernard on the other side of the studio, and I'm also here. So what we are saying is you can give your views here, alafu ukiona hapa hakujachangamka ama umeshasema zile unaona, you can go to the other side. Yeah, so we just want to take care of everybody who wants to comment something so that Wakenya wasikie and even the world to hear your views. Ukishamaliza, if you think that you want to listen on, it's okay. If you want to continue, it's okay. But we have this going on. So we have Bernard on the other side of the studio. PIA and a host. Kama kumejaa huko usijali, come here, you'll still hear your views. And then, of course, you can also check later when they the other side. I'm responding to Asili2 TV. Are two channels running concurrently? Yes. They are the same thing, same topic. Everything that is going on in Kenya right now in our political scene. Don't worry. Your views are being heard. And of course, at some point, we will close and join one studio, all of us, because we have to later also consider the issue of giving to our Marsabit. So once we see that we have already exhausted what we were to say on this platform, or the other one, will join one of them. So karibu young millionaire George. Kawale, you can mute just for us for a few minutes to skize young millionaire George. Then we'll come back to you.
Good evening, guys. I think nimesikia vile Kawale anasema, na nataka kuambia Kawale, kila mtu ambaye anawania kiti chochote lazima it is personal interest ndio inafanya mtu awanie kiti, sio kitu kingine. Namba nyingine nataka kusema about Mudavadi and Wetangula, ile mambo yao yenye walifanya, hata wao ile it is personal interest. Uwezi chua ni nini waliongea na watu wa UDA ndio wanunua, because kama ilikuwa basi alikuwa anataka na yeye akue supported, angesimama kama mwanaume asimame upresident, akue number 3, achue amekuwa number 3. Lakini sasa kwa sababu ya personal interest, yeye amewekwa kwa mfuko na UDA. Uwezi chua alipatiwa pesa ngapi. Ndio watu wengine wa Western wameona no, huyu mtu akona personal interest. Uwezi chua Ruto amemchotea pesa ngapi, kwa sababu Ruto yeye anasema akona pesa. So ndio umeona watu wengine wameona kumbe huyu sio mwanaume tuko naye. Huyu ni mtu muoga. Ametoka mahali alikuwa amekimbia kama mwanamke, amerudi kwenda nyuma. So kutoka vile Mudavadi alifanya, my friend, nataka kuhakikishia leo tu hapa, kitu yenye alifanya imemrudisha chini, na hakuna siku ingine Mudavadi ataweza ongea asikike. So mambo ya personal interest kwa mtu yote ambaye anawania kiti ni lazima. So ile fame yenye alikuwa nayo sasa isharudi chini. Waache hiyo siku ifike, tupige kura tuone ni nani ataongoza, kwa sababu walikuwa wanasema hata wao watasimama. Umeona wamegawanyika tayari, na tena wacha tuongojee kidogo tu kabla siku siende sana. Mkianza kuona wameanza kusema nani atakuwa vice president kwa huyu, nani atakuwa vice president kwa huyu, tena utaona tena watu wakisambaratika. So we have long way to go. Kabla ifike mwezi wa 4, huu ni mwezi wa 2, imebaki around 2 months, tutakionea maneno. Mkuwe na jioni njema.
Asante sana young millionaire George. Inawezekana karibu kwa studio hapa. Najua labda umepitia kule kwa Bernard pia umetoa maoni. Karibu hapa.
Thank you, Mr. Temba. This idea of having 2 channels, I think it's good. People can freely express. See ati tumelimitiwa, but it's easy to access. Anyway, I have not read the topic and I was not on Bernard's side. I just saw you being live and I decided to join. Nimesikia Kawale when he was speaking, sikumsikiza completely, but he was talking about leaders in Kenya wakiwa wanataka self-interest. Yeah, I think that's the one thing that every leader, every politician in Kenya has, and the young millionaires has also said that. That is the number one thing that Kenyan politicians do. Hata wewe ukiwa wewe pali huko, that's the one thing that you will do. Self-interest. Hakuna mtu mwenye anatakanga kuanguka. Kila mtu anaendanga in politics akisimamia kitu yoyote akitaka kushinda. Now the thing is, watu wa UDA, you are playing dirty politics. We are not doing healthy politics. Sasa mtu akienda side nyingine mnajaribu kumpinga, mnajaribu kumchafulia jina ati ameenda kulipwa aende hiyo side nyingine. Okay, sisi kama watu wa Azimio, we will not say that Mudavadi was paid to go on that other side. What we are going to say is that people have seen, especially people from Western Province, have seen where presidency is headed. That is where they are going. Wakiwa kwa wingi, watu wanaacha ANC inabaki shell, watu wanaacha Ford Kenya inakuwa shell, because they can see where leadership is headed. And one thing I would like to tell you, Mr. Kawale, is that we are somehow tribal, but I don't want to use the word tribal. Yani we are diverse as Kenyans. Na kila kikundi, kila kabila in Kenya have their own way of controlling their own politics, wakicheza their own politics. So in Western, we listen to what our leaders say. We listen to what our wazee say. Atuoli, kitambo sana, if you can remember, he wanted us to have one opinion shaper. He wanted us to have one leader. And in 2016, that is Bufungu 1, we chose Musalia Mudavadi, tukampatia responsibility ya kutuelekeza, kutupatia direction, we as Luya people. Musalia, tangu 2016, he has never held even a single hajawahi tuonyesha njia, to put it in simple terms. So this time Musalia alikuwa amenyamaza and he chose to go to the other direction. So Atuoli realized that this guy is not taking us anywhere. So Atuoli akatuambia tusifuate huyu mjamaa, tufuate mjamaa mwingine, and we decided, akatuonyesha direction ya kufuata ni kufuata Raila, and that's the one who we have decided to follow. And the MPs on the ground, the MPs there, the MCAs huko wameona ground inasema tunafuata Raila Amolo Odinga, na wamesema hivyo kwa sababu wanafuata what Atuoli told them. So hii mambo ya kujaribu kusema ati it's self interest, it is not the ground is telling the people, it's not the ground that is telling the MPs and the MCAs to follow. Najua nimetumia maneno mingi, but that's just how I wanted to answer or to say it to you, Mr. Kawale. Temba, nikipata point ingine I will contribute. I'm still here. Thank you.
Sasa wewe ukipata point unainua mkono, tunaendelea, tuko hapa. Kawale unataka kusemaje?
Let Denga also say what you want to say, and then I will come back and respond on those.
Okay, Denga sema.
Asante sana Mr. Temba kunipatia nafasi tena. Ile kitu nilikuwa nataka kusema, unaona kama Nairobi gubernatorial space upande ya Azimio naona kuna kikundi viwili sasa zimeanza kuimaji. Alafu nafikiri director ya election Junet alikuwa ameongea, sijui kama mumesikia. So swali yangu kidogo labda panelist wanaweza nijibu. Tuseme mtu kama huyu MP wa Westlands anaitwa nani? Huyu ndugu ya Wetangula.
Timothy Wanyonyi.
Thank you. So huyu tena ndio anajipigia debe, na upande mwingine tena kuna yule jamaa huyu Mkikuyu anaitwa nani? Anaitwa nani huyu jamaa? Mwenye anaweza nikumbusha jina?
Dennis Waweru.
No, kuna nafikiri kuna jamaa fulani hapo, sio Dennis Waweru. Dennis Waweru nafikiri ndio Ngatia. Thank you. So swali yangu ni labda panelist wanaweza nichambulia kidogo. So hawa sasa wote wako kwa Azimio. Itakuwa vipi sasa hawa jamaa waachiliwe sasa, tuseme ikue sasa ODM wako na mtu huko, hao wengine pengine wako na mtu huko. So watakuja kumajaje watoe mtu moja, kwa sababu kama itakuwa haitakuwa na fair nomination maybe kwa both sides, unajua possibility ya wengine wapite naye kama watermelon itakuwa high. So nilikuwa nataka usaidizi kidogo tu hapo, vile watakuja watamaji pamoja na watoe candidate moja mwenye ako na nguvu. Asante sana Mr. Temba.
Bana Temba, niruhusu niseme kidogo.
Okay, sawa Murunga.
Yes, now my brother has asked a very good question in regards to the gubernatorial seat in Nairobi. But what will happen is Azimio, ODM will have its nomination, Jubilee will have its nomination. But then after the nomination, all these parties under Azimio will do one joint nomination so that they produce one candidate for the gubernatorial seat. But from the look of things, what we are seeing is that going by what Ngatia has been doing. You remember when we had NASA had not NASA, Azimio had a rally in Nyeri, in Murang'a. Ngatia solely did the mobilization. Ngatia has been doing so much for the Azimio, and even from us who are supporting Raila Odinga, you cannot, and that's the fact, you cannot, we cannot have Raila Odinga running for presidency and then we don't support the Jubilee candidates. We, as Azimio, we are going to support whoever candidate they bring forth, but from the ranks of the party and the Azimio, I see Ngatia emerging, and the running mate could possibly be Tim Wanyonyi. That is as far as what we are hearing from the ground is my opinion. Temba.
Asante sana Mr. Murunga, ni maoni mzuri nimesikia, because hata ukiangalia hatuwezi sema okay Raila Amolo Odinga ndio tuna support president, alafu tena governor Nairobi tuchukue, because hiyo maoni yangu ni kama iko unfair, because tukisema Raila Amolo Odinga for presidency, governor wa Nairobi tukipatia the other side, I think itakuwa sawa. Vile umesema labda tuchukue
Okay, mamo bado uko hapo
Mamo ni kama amehang. Mamo kama
I think vile Murunga anasema. Yes,
nilikuwa nataka kuongea kitu tu kidogo. hao watu wenye wanaitwa magavana, wanaitwa masenata, MP kuja chini, unajua watu wanaangalianga ground, watu wanaangalianga ground. Hapa ni chama gani iko strong, ndio maana unaonanga watu wanakimbilianga. Kwetu kule Kisii, I think mnakumbuka mzee Professor Samuel Ngel, senator. Yule mzee alikuanga TANU damu, akakuja akaingia PNU, lakini wakati alikuja akawine senatorial seat, alisemanga alipata ikiwa imeachwa kwa barabara. Aliona kiti ikiwa imeachwa kwa barabara, kwa sababu huyo mzee hakuanga ODM. Mzee wakati aliona kiti imeachwa kwa barabara, alikimbia akaingia ODM. Sasa hiyo ndio watu wanaangalianga. Kama mtu hata angalia vizuri, ataendelea kungedia ati anasimama kura, unangedia ile chama yenye haitakuchukua mahali. Mtu unaangalianga grassroots, watu wanaongeanga aje hapa ni gani kuna say, watu wanakimbia. So uwe toka from nowhere waende Eldoret waende kusimama na Azimio, you expect maybe unataka ugavana ushinde, haitawezekana. Lakini ukienda huko useme UDA, hapo utaweza sikika. Siku hizi hizo ndio vitu watu wanaangalianga. Kwetu Kisii sijui kama umeangalia, sijui kama kwetu Kisii umeangalia kitu. Sijui kama umeangalia kitu saa hii tunaongea mambo ya saa hii. Mwenye alikuanga wenye walikuwa marafiki wa UDA wameanza kusonga kwenda nyuma, kwa sababu ameona hata akikuja kusimama hakuna kitu yenye atapata hapo. So watu waangalie, wafungue macho vizuri.
Sasa hapo yes inawezekana sema.
Kidogo mambo deng, yes, Murunga, ulikuwa umesema kunaweza kuwa na nominations mbili when it comes to Nairobi. Ukasema kutakuwa na nomination ya ODM na pia kutakuwa na nomination ya hizo chama, if I understood you correctly. But I think if I can remember, Baba at some point alisema badala ya hizo nominations zote, as in it's not a must to have all those nominations, wanaweza tumia other steps to get the candidate for Azimio. Maybe in Nairobi what they can do is akataja kitu inaitwa consensus, where those aspirants wanakubaliana, wanakaa chini, wanakubaliana, wanaamua, wanasema kati ya sisi tukikaa chini tukubaliane ni nani anakaa kupita na hii kiti. Another thing ambayo Baba aliongelea ni wanaweza fanya opinion poll, their own private opinion poll, waulize majamaa on the ground, wafanye their own scientific research, ni nani yako popular sana. So I think those are the two other possibilities apart from nominations. Unajua hizi direct nomination, hizi nominations zenyewe zinakuanga somehow complicated. So I think hizo zita help, those two other things like consensus na hiyo ingine. Thank you.
Yes, unajua the party constitution also za different parties zinaelezea vile they arrive at their candidates in different places. Kuna hiyo consensus, kuna party members wana agree, wanaita delegates, party members wana vote, wanavotia mtu, ama wanaweka kitu kama, I mean they engage IBC to help them in their internal nomination. So kuna those methods. They are going to employ all those. However, right now kwa Political Parties Act hiyo ilikuwa amended the other day. Imetoa specification ya kwamba you need to be in a certain political party by a certain time. So that means after you kuna mtu unmute. Thank you. Unmute na mtu mwingine anaongea inaleta feedback. So inamaanisha ya kwamba by that time, if you are not in a political party, you need to decide kama uko kwa ODM, uko kwa Azimio, ama uko independent. So ile story ilikuwa kitambo ya kwamba watu wanangoja ya kwamba nomination ikikuwa mbaya hapa ninaruka naenda independent ama naenda kutafuta kwingine. Hii hakuna. So inamaanisha ukianguka kwa whatever nomination of your party, the only thing you can now be, you go and campaign against that candidate, but for the other person, not you. So you are not going to be you are not going to be able to join another political party. You can only be promised a position by a political party. Utaambiwa umeanguka huko na unaona wamekukosea, haya kuja. Huyu candidate wetu akishinda tutakunominate. Ama huyu candidate wetu akishinda tutakupatia ministry ama tutakuemploy kwa whatever county government. So wanakuwa na hizo ndizo vitu wanaweza kupromise. But you cannot move from one party to another useme ya kwamba naenda kuvai kwa sababu nimefanyiwa nomination vibaya. I know also that they are likely to conduct like what they do Chama cha Mapinduzi in Tanzania, wanafanya a statistical whatever collection, wanaiweka very scientific. They go to the ground, they collect data. Who is likely to win tukimchagua, not just for our party but generally. Si ati unaenda tu kuchukua ODM ni nani ako popular, pana. Who is the candidate that is likely to win tukimchukua. Sasa huyo ndiye anakuja na wanampatia ticket. So they have so many methods. There was also, I heard Junet saying that they are likely to have a joint nomination. So they'll kind of look at where is ODM strong and where is Jubilee candidate strong. So they can wanaweza kuseparate, waseme let's map out, kwa sababu sasa tena wakijiexpose sana, the other candidates can take. So you want to do, okay fine, this side ukienda central, some places unasema huku hii ticket wacha tupatie Jubilee, kuna haja kuja kusimamisha mtu mwingine wa ODM angangane na yeye. Like it happened in the last election, ANC and ODM and Ford Kenya and Wiper were in NASA, lakini they were fielding candidates. So the Jubilee ilipenya katikati yao kwa sababu Jubilee ilikuwa one party. Sasa watu wa Jubilee walikuja kapata some MPs in western area. So if they do the same again, the only thing is that now we have candidates. If UDA or Kenya Kwanza Alliance decides that all of them are going to have just Kenya Kwanza Alliance as a party, hakuna Ford Kenya, hakuna NC, hakuna nini, so they have one candidate, they are likely to take advantage of that process. So let's hear young millionaire we wanted to add before I bring Kawale again.
Hii ndio mko hapo Kenya, mnajua vile mambo inaenda. Niliona sijui Trans Nzoia, kuna jamaa alikuwa amesimama ati anataka kusimama ugavana, wakati ameona natembea ametembea kabisa, si alijiuzuru. Nimeona ameenda sijui ni senatorial seat ama
okay.
So mtu anaangalianga, mtu unaona vile umesema, mtu anaona hata afadhali nijiondokea mapema. Unajua sasa huyu ametengeneza urafiki na Dembea, hata kama hata win hapa mahali ameenda kwa Senate, hata kama hata win Dembea atajua vile atamtipu, ataanza kumbatia tenda. Kwa hivyo mtu anaangalianga mapema.
Aliona kimeumana akaepa.
Okay, asante sana. You know, Kawale was saying something. Kawale is giving us the way I mean, hiyo defections za Western hazina umuhimu wowote. Yet immediately the deputy president ameenda na watu wake Western kujaribu kuambia kwamba bado tuko, lakini ukiangalia the crowd was not responding. Kawale, what do you have to say to that? The crowd was so bored, they were trying. Ruto anajaribu kusema Kenya Kwanza, watu wasemi chochote. You know, it is getting is the journey getting tough for Kenya Kwanza Alliance. Is the deputy president running out of ideas on how to impress the crowd, because he has resorted to one thing that hajawahi fanya kitambo. Right now he is actually attacking his boss directly. Like today, to quote him, alikuwa anasema Uhuru Kenyatta hawezi tuletea project. Uhuru Kenyatta na kura yake moja anaweza tuletea project. You know, that is actually addressing your boss directly in a crowd. What happened to bottom up? What happened to the wheelbarrow? What happened to Pachini? What happened to Hustler? What has gone wrong with the Kenya Kwanza? Kawale.
Thank you. I should not be seen as a UDA supporter, but I can easily answer for you that. But before I go that one, I just want to respond to what Denga was trying to ask the panel about nominations for Nairobi governor seat. And that one is simple. These forces, they join together and remember, Azimio will face a KK alliance. And so Azimio has to agree one strong candidate to face the other side. And the other side will come up with one strong candidate to face Azimio. So at the end of the day, two people will face each other. One from Azimio and the one from KK Alliance. You see, everybody want to go and win that seat, that Nairobi seat. And I think they will both bring the strongest person. And the other issue of about Raila being president and then someone from ODM party will be the Nairobi governor, it's not a crime. It's not a crime. We have seen that. We have in 2017, and Uhuru Kenyatta was the president of Jubilee, and the Nairobi governor, was a Jubilee person also. Sonko was a Jubilee. But the fact is that they have to come up with the strong person to face the other person, so that everybody want to win these seats. They should not just say that we want to support Raila for presidency, and then we bring Dennis Waweru, maybe who is weak, and then the KK alliance will produce the strongest person. You see, so that one is just a simple mathematics. Each and the both forces, will come up with one strong candidate. And the other issue of and Zakana, I think he raised issue of a very good point about Otowoli, and Otowoli said that we have to support Raila or Sijui, and Raila is the right candidate. But you see, Zakana, and actually, who is this Otowoli? Who is this Otowoli? Is Otowoli a politician? He's not a politician. And these guys, these two.
Kawale.
Yes, please.
Who is a politician?
Let me. I'm coming for that. Temper.
Who is a politician?
I'm coming for that.
Temper,
I'm coming for that.
Temper, I'll ask him. Temper, I'll ask you to let him finish. Then we are going to respond to Kawale.
Murungi, thank you so much for defending me. You see, anyone who is trying to confuse people to who can sell his agenda to the people and the elected go all the way to the parliament, that is the politician. Why am I saying Otowoli is not a politician? Was Otowoli ever, apart from the Kotu, was Otowoli ever elected, even if it is MCA seat? These two brothers, that the from Kenya, Temper, hold on, Temper, please.
You have given a definition.
I don't want to forget. I just want to say I'm very important.
Just hold on, Kawale.
You will come back for that.
I want to interrogate your definition.
I will forget.
You're saying that Otowoli, wait, just where you are. You're saying that someone who seeks a position and goes to parliament is a politician. Trade unionism is not politics. Was Tom Boy a politician?
Temper.
Okay, go on.
Hello?
I'm just giving you something to think about from your definition.
Thank you. You see, Temper, my point is this. If Otowoli ever contested any seat, whether it is, even if it is MCA or governor or senate, Otowoli cannot actually And these are the main reason why these guys decided to join William Ruto. I started saying by I'm an ODM supporter, but I'm trying to highlight the problem and what caused the NASA fallout. And I'm trying to highlight to you guys the possibility, you see, of Raila not winning this election, and maybe even Ruto not winning this election. So I'm not here to defend William Ruto. I'm trying to address what happened and why these guys, and decided to join Ruto. Atuoli, he was all the way chest stamping that, oh, you guys must do this. I will mobilize the people to make sure that it is must that for you guys to support Raila Odinga, this and that and that. But we have seen the end result. There was a time that even Raila used to control in Rift Valley. And every time, but now there is not a single person from ODM party can go all the way to Rift Valley, contest and win election. Same thing in Western. The Western, it's coming. I'm not saying they will not, but at least the limit, the numbers are reducing. The numbers of the people from ODM party and to win in Western, these numbers are reducing. That one is fact. So my point is this:
The
that
numbers are doing what? The numbers are doing what?
The number of the people who will win election from Western through ODM party, and I'm not saying now it is. Hello. Yes, the numbers are reducing. And Zakana, you are the one who said that Kenya is tribal and we are controlled by tribe. And that one is fact. I agree with you. Even just recently, you have seen you guys UPIA movement, the northern region people. In the next 10 years, the entire northern region, watajipanga na one party, and that party will go and negotiate with other parties to form a government. I'm not saying that the UPIA, will one day get a presidency. No. Long time ago, the northern region, they used to be an ODM zone. But now, people have decided, let's just throw away ODM. Let's just throw UDA or Jubilee to come up with our own party. That UPIA will automatically join Azimio. But you see, and people has to contest through UPIA party, and then the UPIA will be in Azimio. It's okay. But the party is UPIA.
Okay, Themba,
So
Kawale, if I may
the
interrupt,
tribal
please.
issue.
If I may interrupt, please.
Okay,
Themba,
Kawale, moja tusikie swali kutoka kwa inawezekana alafu uendelee.
yes, before you go far.
Yes, inawezekana. Go ahead.
Before you go far, you somehow insinuated something concerning Atwoli. You said something concerning Atwoli. And I had earlier, there are many ways of answering the question you asked about who is Atwoli and who is a politician. And Themba said that Themba asked you if you know the role of what was his name? I forget his name. Tom Mboya. He asked you if you understood the role of Tom Mboya in early Kenyan politics. He was the first trade unionist of Kenya. Politics is played at different levels. It does not have to be the presidential politics or the kind of politics that we all know. Politics is played in different stages. There is even religious. There is even religious politics. So, actually, to some extent, is following the footsteps of our first trade unionist, Tom Mboya. Tom Mboya is the one who, to some extent, brought Kenya to independence. If you don't know that, he negotiated. Okay, I don't want to speak much about that. And also, I have mentioned that Kenyan politics is tribal. I may not understand the kind of politics being played in Northeastern. I have no say. Maybe if I'm not wrong, you understand, you come from Northeastern, right? You understand the kind of politics that may be played in Northeastern. Now, what I'm trying to tell you, there is a different kind of politics that is being played in Western. It's because I'm from Western and I understand. Most of us, we believe that there is somehow leadership will come from the lake, and so our direction we face the lake. We follow Raila Amolo Odinga. So when Atwoli tells us that we follow Raila Amolo Odinga, and Atwoli is influential for that matter, Atwoli is influential. You don't understand the amount of force that Atwoli has. Atwoli is influential. So wewe ukisema unajaribu somehow kujaribu kusema Atwoli is not a politician. Atwoli is a politician because Atwoli is influential, and he is influential to us. We listen to him. You might not listen to him, but sisi watu tunatoka Western, we listen to him. That's just how I wanted to answer it. And I have said there are many ways of answering that question. That is my way of answering it. Thank you.
Mama Denge ako na swali. Ngoja kidogo Kawale, wacha tusikie swali kutoka mama, alafu yajibu yote. Alafu Young Millionaire pia ako na swali. Wacha tusikie maswali alafu ndio. Mamo.
Asante sana Mr. Temba. Okay, swali yangu ni kwa Kawale. Kawale, okay, kitu ya kwanza naona kama area yetu region tunatoka hiyo area moja, na kama mimi sasa nilikuwa ni mtu tu wa ODM. Alafu wakati sasa kuna chama inaitwa upya, nafikiri watu wengi wamejua, inaongozwa na Treasury finance minister yetu. So lakini tuko ndani ya Azimio, because hata ukiangalia watu wengi, watu wana form chama as per their region, lakini wengi sasa wako kwa Azimio. So Kawale chenye anasema hiyo ni ya ukweli kabisa, kwa sababu hata sisi tuna promote hiyo chama yetu because tumetoka hiyo region kama wafugaji yani. So ile ingine ni mali Kawale amesema Atwoli kwa ile kitu nimeelewa na kitu nimefahamu kwa miaka tuko kwa hii siasa kidogo. Atwoli sio mtu yani sio mtu ana contest, anataka kucontest position fulani, lakini from the word go Atwoli alikuwa amejaribu kuleta watu wa Western pamoja. Ingawaje sasa akijaribu kuleta wengine, sasa unajua ni kama wako against hiyo unity ya Western, lakini amejaribu vile nimeona na vile nimeangalia, amejaribu 2016 alikuwa ameita Bukungu 1, akafanya Musalia Mudavadi akue the kingpin ya Western, lakini kwa ile ulegevu yake ama kwa ile ye hawezi kuleta unity ya Waluya because amepatiwa akue kingpin, lakini sasa hata kufanya mkutano moja ya kuita wazee wa Western hajawahi ita. So ikawa sasa Bukungu tu ilikuwa ni kudemote yeye, kwa sababu ukiona mtu hana hana uwezo ya kuleta watu pamoja, the best thing ni kumremove na kuweka mtu mwingine. So sasa it's like kwa Western sasa kuna kingpin, kuna mtu anaitwa Wamalwa the other side ya Bungoma, na hii ingine sasa ni mtu anaitwa Oparanya. So hawa jamaa vile watarepresent sasa kwa serikali inakuja Western region, ndio itamata sasa kama wataendelea na kingpin ama watolewe wakishinda na kazi. Kwa hivyo Atwoli sio mtu ya sio mtu ya kuwekwa mbali because yeye hataki stories za vie for any seats, lakini haja yake ni from the word go ni kuleta unity ya Waluya pamoja. Asante sana.
Temba, I want to put things into proper perspective for Kawade.
Murunga, ngoja tusikie young millionaire alafu I'll bring you on.
Sawa.
So mi kitu nilikuwa nataka kusaidia Kawale sio lazima mtu akuwe mwanasiasa. Mtu anaweza kuwa sio mwanasiasa lakini akona usemi kwa watu wao. Mtu akiongea anasikika. So kwa hii miaka ambao niko nayo kidogo, ninajua Waluya wanasikiza Atuoli sana. So Atuoli akona usemi. For example, sio watu wote wanakuanga wanasiasa. Hata Matiang'i sio mwanasiasa. Lakini saa hii Wakisii wote tunataka kusikiza ni nini Matiang'i anafanya nini? Anaongea kwa sababu saa hii akona usemi kwa Wakisii. So usifuata lazima huyu mtu akwe amewania kiti ndiye asikike kwa kisiasa. Ataweza kuwa akona usemi. So usiwekelea ati mtu kama sio mwanasiasa hawezi sikika kwao. Kwa hii miaka ambao niko nayo kidogo, najua Atuoli anasikika Western. So akiambia watu wa Western tuende pande hii, watu wanajua tunafuata Kenya mzee anaongea. Wakisii sasa hizi Matiang'i akituambia tuende pande hii, tuko upande wake.
Okay, Murunga, before nilete inawezekana. Murunga.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Hello. Aratemba, can you hear me?
Yes. Go on.
Yes. Now, this is to my brother Kawale, and it's important. We bring this into proper perspective. Number one, what Kawale doesn't understand is that in Western Kenya, that is the former Western province, we as Luyas, we are 17 sub-tribes. And out of the 17 sub-tribes, we speak different languages, different dialects. And there is one thing you need to understand, that the name Luya comes from the word Oluya in the Luya community. Each sub-tribe has its own roots. You get it? And it's very important that anytime you talk about the Western Kenya, you must put that in consideration. One thing you need to understand is that we have people, let's start from Busia County. Busia County has a number of the Luya sub-tribes, beginning from the Abahayo of Busia County, that is the area of Nambale, Kisoko, as you head towards Busia town. And on the other side, we have the Tesos. Tesos, of course, are in Busia County, but they vote alongside the Luyas. We have the Basamia and the Banyala in Busia County. We have the Marachi of Busia County, who are in the Marachi area, who are bordering the Luos of Siaya. So as we start from Busia, I want you to take note that these people don't vote differently. They vote alongside the Luos. Anything that, anytime we are in politics, and anytime Raila Odinga is a candidate, and this has been seen since the time when the father to Raila Odinga was contesting for presidency. The Marachi, the Bahayo, the Samia, and the Banyala were voting for Raila Odinga. because these people intermarry, these people work together, these people live together as one community, regardless of the languages they speak. Now, let's move to Kakamega County. Kakamega County is predominantly occupied by the Wanga community, Wanga of Mumias. We have those from Butere. I think Themba, you will assist me. We have the Abatoto. We have the Butere has we call them the Marama. We have this Oparanya's sub tribe, which is also predominant in the area of Kakamega. And if the two sub tribes come together, that is Oparanya sub tribe and the Wanga community, when they vote together as a block, it means that the gubernatorial seat in Kakamega County is gone. This is one thing those people who don't understand the Western political dynamics should also take note of, because these major tribes vote together, sub-tribes vote together, and you cannot rule out that. And they have always voted for Raila Amolo Odinga. The reason why we will dispute what you're saying, Mr. Kawala, is that Mudavadi comes from VIHIGA County. VIHIGA County is occupied by 3 major sub-tribes. Let me now give you the real figures. We have the Maragolis, we have the Tiriki, and we have the Banyore. Especially when the DP today started his tour. He started his tour in the Banyore region, where our former speaker comes from. That's Marende, the Banyore sub-tribe. These are the numbers. And when you talk about the numbers, the Banyores have good numbers in terms of voting blocks in VIHIGA County. So when you talk about the Western Kenya, you need to put into consideration that these sub-tribes have a way of working with one another. If the Banyores vote, they vote alongside the Wanga, the Tiriki, the Tachoni, the Bahayo, the Marachi, the Isuha, the Kabarasi, and all these, including the Tesos, who are not Luyas, vote alongside the other Luya sub-tribes. It has always been seen that at times, handful Maragolis will support Musalia Mudavadi. And that happened in 2002, because few Maragolis voted for Musalia Mudavadi. This is one thing that you really need to take note of. Wetangula comes from the Bukusu sub-tribe. But when you look at the numbers, how they are voting and how they relate to each other, Bukusus have tended to vote alone. We're looking at the days of Masinde Muliro, looking at the days of Wamalwa Kijana, and even the recent one. We have, they also vote basing on the sub-clans. The clanism is also a factor when it comes to voting in the Bukusu land, in the Luya community, and the Bukusu land more specifically. So that's why we are saying Wetangula is also going to be facing a tough candidate in the name of Wafula Wamunyinyi. Banatemba, am I clear on that?
Yeah, that is. I hope Kawale has understood. Kawale, what do you have to say?
Yes.
Thank you, Murungi, for that. You see, and let me start with the young millionaire. You know, young millionaire, you may be a millionaire, but you know, maybe you cannot be a politician. But you see, inawezekana, don't misunderstood me, please. I know Otuwoli is a court secretary, and he was elected. I know of that, and I have respect for this museum. But I was trying to give you a few examples here and there why this gentleman ran away from Raila and joined Uhuru, Ruto. So I know Otowoli is court secretary and he was elected. He was not appointed. I know that. But you see, my good friend Inawezekana, if today we are saying that Otowoli is influential in Western, the other day he said he will going to print a list of who will be MCA all the way to governor in Western region. If that come to pass in 2022 after general election, then at least that's when I can say Otowoli is a very influential in Western. And let me tell you this. This issue of these two gentlemen joined Ruto. Why do you guys think that now that they have joined Ruto, they will bring more, Raila will get more votes because of that reason? I don't see for any reason why we should think that. Actually, last time before Mudavadi and Weta joined Ruto, Ruto was all alone. And that is why the last poll, Raila was ahead of Ruto. But
is it true that Ruto was all alone?
No. When I mean he was all alone, Tempa. Hello, Tempa.
Yeah, I can hear you.
When I say he was all alone, I mean when there was only UDA, there was no any other force who joined. Are you getting my point?
Okay.
You know, now they are KKA, Kenya Kwanza Alliance. Now they are alliance. They have other forces. When I say he was alone, I mean when UDA was only UDA. Right now, we don't call UDA. We call KK Alliance.
Okay.
Yes. And Raila was Azimio. And that is why Raila was ahead of Ruto of that last pool. So now, my point is this. It seems Zakana, you want to say something, or maybe I was talking to someone else.
Yeah, I think you are lying, my friend.
Now I want to say something before Zakana says something. You know, I like your the way you're thinking, Kawale.
Before you say that,
Now, you allow me to say something, Kawale.
He cannot say I'm lying. He may disagree with me.
What makes
you are the moderator.
What makes you fear my comments?
I want you to correct. Before that, I want you to correct Zakana. You know, he may disagree with my point or my opinion, but he cannot tell me I'm lying or I'm a liar. No, you need to apologize and withdraw that.
He has heard you. He has heard you.
He need to apologize and withdraw that. I cannot be a liar. You know, Tempa, you know, we need to be honest among ourselves. I am here to give my views. He is here to give his views. I may disagree or agree with him, but I cannot call him he's a liar unless I'm wrong. So he need to apologize to the panel and withdraw that one.
Inawezekana withdraw that so that we move on.
Okay, I will like to withdraw, but I would like to add another statement, if you may allow.
Withdraw and apology. Withdraw and apology, my friend. Be a gentleman.
You
be
cannot
a gentleman. Withdraw and apology. You cannot call me a liar.
You cannot force me to do some things. You are lying in public. If you want me to say it again, because you cannot tell us that Raila's Azimio was a big team when Ruto, in true sense, he was speaking with Mudavadi behind closed doors. We have read newspapers and we have been told that they were in negotiation for a very long time. They were talking, these guys, and Azimio was two people, that is Uhuru and Raila. OKA was another team. So you're trying to put OKA together with Azimio and telling us that they were one big team and Ruto was one man. that kind of propaganda we cannot allow. So you cannot be lying to us and we just sit here and listen.
No, you're not. Inawezekana, what you're trying to say, I agree with you, that and Azimio was official by then. That is why Uhuru used to host Raila Odinga each and every time. That one was in public. But what you are trying to say, before this guy joined William Ruto, there was a secret meeting. Even right now, we don't know there's a secret meeting between Raila and any other person, any other party. We don't know. But if the thing is secret, still it is secret. It's not official. That's why I was saying UDA was officially a lone party.
So now that we are past that, can I give my point, Kawali, so
And
that you continue?
I want people to be a gentleman and apologize. I can, but maybe in Awezakana, there are so many things that you disagree with me, and there are so many things that I disagree with you. But I respect that. And be a gentleman, I have no right to call you a liar.
The same way you are saying you be a gentleman and apologize. You need to be a gentleman and learn to let go. I mean, if you have already made your point and he has had, so you move on. You don't squeeze apology from people.
Okay.
It feels like he's forcing me to apologize.
No.
yeah, don't squeeze apology from people. I mean that's also not right. Let's just move on. Now I want to comment something, Kawale. I hear you speaking from both sides of your mouth. One, you're trying to suggest that Ruto was alone. The other, you're trying to suggest that the people that have joined him, they have some force, And if you have been reading and if you are a follower of politics in Kenya, you understand how the systems and the process have been moving up to where we are. So you also realize that Mudavadi has been not truthful to the OKA people. So I want you to comment on that, because you're trying to suggest that Ruto was all alone. He's been pushing all this alone, which is also, I don't get it. Ruto is the deputy president. What is he supposed to be doing? Is he supposed to be campaigning to be a president or delivering on his presidency? So that is the other thing, the inconsistencies. Now you're also saying when Ruto was campaigning, and I started by saying that, when Ruto was campaigning, he was like, tumejipanga, tuko na sera. If you have to join us, you must wind up all your parties, then you join me. What was the Damascus moment? What happened until he decided that now, let's go with Kenya Kwanza Alliance? And even when he's saying Kenya Kwanza, the reflection on the three, does it represent the whole of Kenya? Kenya has 43 or 42 tribes. If you're saying Kenya Kwanza and you're bringing 3 people as principals and 2 of them are from Luya land, how does that represent Kenya? You could have even have taken either Gashagwa or even Alice Wahome and put it. Doesn't even represent 1/3 gender rule where you're supposed to be putting some ladies as principals. So there's a lot to be doubted about the idea of Kenya Kwanza. Is it Kenya Kwanza or Tumbo Kwanza? Kawale.
Yes, Tempa. I said, and I will say again, I'm here to give my views. I'm here to give what I believe. I'm not here. You may agree with me, and I may also disagree with what panel are saying, but I respect. So the reason why I was forcing my good brother in Wezakana is that we are debating, and the part of the debate is people agree, people disagree.
Well, you made your point, my brother.
Let me finish. I'm going direct to that what you say. But I will not call Murungu or Tempa or Inawezekana, you are a liar. So this issue of Azimio, Raila and Uhuru Kenyatta started this journey during the handshake. From that moment, Kenyans knew that the Uhuru and the Raila are together. Officially, You know, I'm saying it is officially they were together working things for 2022, starting from BBI. You see? And his deputy had a problem with that. This issue of OKA, it was just recently when Musalia Mudavadi, Kenyans learned that actually Musalia Mudavadi is not very comfortable in OKA, and his move, the possibility of him joining William Ruto was a bit high. You see, that was the behind the scene. Inawezekana hakuwa anajua, mimi mwenyewe sikuwa najua, Tempa wewe pia hukuwa unajua. Now I'm saying my point is this, inawezekana pengine hakuelewa that the last opinion poll Raila was ahead of William Ruto. And inawezekana Raila was ahead of Ruto the last opinion poll. I don't know if I'm wrong, Tempa. Hello?
Raila has never been ahead of Ruto. He has been catching up. He has never been ahead of Ruto.
So there was no poll just recently put Raila ahead of William Ruto?
No, none.
Okay. Because maybe I'm wrong.
To apologize now.
But there was I still believe Tempa. Let me try to let us someone can please find for us that just recently there was opinion poll that put Raila ahead of
Kawale, there's no opinion poll that has put Baba ahead of Ruto. There's none. I mean, the ones that have been released, and even the last one. What has been happening? Ruto has been reducing, going down. Baba has been catching up. So there's no part that no opinion poll that has put Baba ahead of Ruto so far. So we are yet to see the opinion polls as they're coming. But I don't know what your point is. So you can tell us. And if you want the opinion poll to go higher, you don't take two people from Western and say that your opinion poll will take you up. And the people who have actually lost their support base through the MPs. And even someone was saying, when the MPs came out, they were very clear. They said that we saw that this guy is not going to take us anywhere. So because this person is taking us to and in fact Savula says you cannot steal from people and then pretend that you're the one who is coming to help them. There's no way you can take the lawyers to that direction. So when you're making your analysis, probably you need to put that into perspective. Whatever it is that has happened that has led them to move, and also the situation that obtains as at now. What is the situation on the ground? And I also told you that if you are keen and looked at the videos that are doing round about how their journey and their trip in Western was, you realize
Tempa, allow me 5 minute break, please. I'll come back.
Okay. So he has to do something. He'll come back. He'll explain. Yes, inawezekana there's something you are saying before he comes back.
Yeah, Mr. Kawale is a UDA guy. Amejificha kwa ngozi ya kondoo. Is trying to play the fence politics, which we cannot allow. We should expose this kind of people. We tell them the way they are. It is. He is trying to play the dirty politics that the DP tries to play, and they are good listeners, and they are really good at following the instructions of the deputy. The deputy is so good at putting forward the marriage, and anapatiana something is he forward an issue that is not the truth, and those guys they really follow what the DP has said. Like he blatantly, openly trying to tell us that at some point Raila was he was in front. He's trying to tell us that, and he is telling me to apologize to such kind of a statement. I know I could not apologize to that. That's not true. That's not factual. We cannot allow that. So yeah, I hope he was here to listen to that. Another thing, one point that I also wanted to put across. He was saying, complaining here about Atwoli, and I told him he does not understand the Western politics because he does not come from Western politics. I also wanted to tell him about what happens in Northeastern province, where there are elders who sit and they propose this, that we want this one to be the candidate. Like what happened to, was it the son of Yusuf Haj, if I'm not wrong. It is the elders who sat down and with consensus they decided that this is the guy that will be the senator mwenye anafaa kumrithi baba yake, and it was agreed and there was no election. So I think Kawale does not, I'm sorry to say, but I think he does not understand the Kenyan politics. Some extent amekuja tu hapa kupaza sauti. He does not have enough points or strong points to put forward kutetea yule mtu mwenye anataka kutetea. Yeah, he is just here to speak. Anyway, let me keep quiet and listen to other people put forward their comments. Thank you.
Thank you, inawezekana. Young millionaire, naona una smile hapo. Iko nini?
Temba, just to add on that. Just to add on that.
Yes.
Temba, am I free to contribute? Hello?
Hello? Yeah, go on, Murunga. It's just a little...
yes, now.
Yeah, go on.
What I'm saying is this. Kawale had made very serious remarks about Mzee Atwoli. And I come from Western Kenya. And we respect our elders. This is one thing our brother Kawale should understand, that we Luyas listen to our elders. And Atwoli is our elder. And where Atwoli comes from, he controls. In fact, from where he comes from, he's able to control at least the rest of the 15 sub-tribes of the Western Kenya. Only for a few who would actually probably, and these are probably the few Maragolis who would not toe to the line. But these are the facts. All these years, when the Luyas have been voting, the Maragolis have been voting. Not most, I would say 50% of the Maragolis have been voting for Musalia Mudavadi, or perhaps less than the 50% figure. We listen to our elders. Atwoli is as influential as Uhuru is in central Kenya, as Kalonzo is in Ukambani region, as Kiraitu Murungi is in Meru region. That is how Atwoli is, and we listen to him as our elder. Whatever he says must be. And that is the reason why we took his idea of us following Musalia Mudavadi to be our Luya kingpin. But when Mudavadi was installed as the Luya kingpin, yeye alipanda ndege na kuja Nairobi. He never ever thought of bringing Luyas together. He never convened one serious meeting or Luya meeting to discuss about the future of the Luya community. What Musalia has done, Musalia has actually stabbed us on the back. When we thought that Musalia would actually be our candidate and the person that we would actually be listening to as the Luya kingpin, Musalia opted for selling the community for 300 million Kenya shilling for the house he was built in Karen. Yes, we know Musalia has been living in Riverside. Mimi mwenyewe nimefanyia Musalia Mudavadi mchango 2007. I will never forget when we were in the meeting. We waited for Mudavadi. Mudavadi never turned up. Alikuja lakini tulimchangia pesa. But what I'm saying is this: Mudavadi is a coward that lawyers should now ignore. And as a lawyer community, we are going to ignore Musalia Mudavadi. So those who are saying today that Musalia Mudavadi can bring the numbers to William Ruto, that is a blatant lie. Going by what has been happening today, he chose VIHIGA and not Kakamega. He knew exactly what it means to him, because he knew he's able to mobilize and govern a bit of the Maragoli land and actually show William Ruto that he has a number. But the fact of the matter is, even the so-called the VIHIGA County gubernatorial seat, Musalia Mudavadi may end up losing it. Because even the current combination of the current governor, Otichilo, who comes from the Bunyore sub-tribe, deputized by from a gentleman from Tiriki, who formed the majority in VIHIGA County, that is likely to actually vote in favor of the incumbent. That's one thing that those who do not understand the Western political dynamics should understand. Now, another thing that I want to bring into the light is that let me state it very clear that I am from the Wanga community of Mumias, the Wanga of Mumias. We form a good majority of the Wanga of the voting bloc in Kakamega County. One thing that the people who are yapping today about the candidature of the Senator Malala and Boni Halwale should know is that those are not even the front runners. We know of the front runners because, as I mentioned earlier, once the two major sub-tribes of Kakamega County come together, remember that if the Wangas are voting for their candidate, the Batoto will vote for them, the Suha will vote for them, the Kabaras will vote for them, and then we have the Marama, and then we have that is the Oparanya sub-tribe. Inanipotelea kidogo, but that is the same sub-tribe from where Mzee Atuoli comes from. We speak the same, we listen, we speak in different dialects, but the fact is we speak the language that we understand each other. When a Maragoli speaks, at times to some of us, tutasikia ni kama matusi somehow, but what we are saying is this: we have never voted together in the past years. It was the first time that we wanted to support our son Musalia Mudavadi, but Musalia Mudavadi has stabbed us on our back. Hivyo ndio vile siasa itakavyokuwa. The front runners of Kakamega County are as follows. Fernandez Barasa is emerging as the top contender. We have the deputy governor, the current deputy governor. Though he may not be a politician because he's a technocrat, but he commands a good number of voters in Kakamega County, owing to the fact that his sub-tribe as well has a sizable voting bloc. Then back to you.
Thank you so much, Murunga, for that great analysis of the politics and the political terrain in the Western region, and also the emphasis that actually is a force to reckon with. I asked Kawale a very good question: that who is a politician? You know, we have political position and we have politicians. You know, politician may not necessarily occupy a political position in parliament, but there are so many aspects of political playing and political engagement that people play. So all we see is probably say so and so vied to be an MCA, so that's the politician to reckon with. there are so many political players that are not necessarily even occupying those places. What we see is what we sometimes, you know, refer to as you know, the involvement in politics. Now I can see that we are not having as many people joining us in studio, and we have to like you say, we are just experimenting today to see how, if we give people different platforms, so that those who are, especially in Kenya, you know, between 9 and around this time 11, many people want to join the studio, and the studio is normally full and they have views. And of course, there's no problem with joining either of the studios. So we want to see how it can add, especially on Sunday, where we have so many people at home and you have your views you want to give. So I don't know, Murunga, what you have to say, because now we can close this studio so that we join the other studio. I know guys are it's beginning to lighten, and we can all find space on the other side. Murunga, probably can give me your view, and then maybe we close this studio. We move to the other one, because I think it's easing now. It's easier now to also get space on the other side.
Yes, Banatemba.
You're muted. You're muted, Murunga. You can unmute and talk, Murunga. If you can hear me, you can unmute and talk.
Now I can hear you now. Yes, what I will also suggest that we now get to the other studio, and because the numbers are going down.
Yeah. And also the other side, I can see there also there's space now. I mean, I can easily you can easily join.
Sure.
So I can see they are not having as many people in the other studio. We can join them, and then we continue with the See you in the next studio, Murunga. Really appreciate it. Thanks for joining. Thanks for your view.
Thank you.
Yeah, see you on the other studio.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you everyone. This was a beautiful moment, experimentation. At least we were able to run 2 studios, and some of you who felt sometimes you get in and you don't find space, you come in and then you find yourself being able to talk. I know you do have lots and lots of views that you want to share. Kindly keep them coming, keep them, let's share, let's keep talking, because when you stop talking, we start fighting. And we don't want to fight, we want to keep talking. So join us on the other studio so that we can continue talking. We have Bernard in the other studio. Kindly come on, let's talk. Really appreciate. It's me, Themba, who has been with you since we started, and we'll continue on the other studio. Thanks for your comments. Let me just sample some of the comments that you guys have given us here. Asilitu TV, Sema sawa. Yeah. Asilitu TV, let's move on to the other studio so that we continue the conversation. Let's continue the conversation. Bonventure Wafula, Mudavadi is only one. I will follow, not Atuoli. Bonventure, you're refusing to follow Atuoli, yeah? Kawale, it is not a problem. The truth is, ODM and Jubilee are the only parties that can field candidates outside their bases. Yeah, that is true. Thank you, David Olo. Thank you, Jared Onyapola. Jose Koech, asante sana. Jack Omondi and Josephat Meli, Dickens Otieno. Thank you so much for those who joined us on this studio. Let us meet on the other studio. As always, subscribe to Mutembei TV. And also, Napo subscribe. Remember also to subscribe to Themba on Diaspora TV. Let me put it right here so that when you go there, you kindly subscribe to my channel too. Tafadhali, yeah, subscribe to that channel too. Channel 2, I've already put it there. As you subscribe to Mutembei TV, subscribe to them on Diaspora TV so that we can grow together. Thanks for your love. Thanks for your comment. Let's meet in the other studio. The debate continues. We were just trying to see, is it possible for us to accommodate everybody so that when you come in, the other one, when we just open like this, there are always the studio is full when you get 10 people. So we said, okay, fine, on Sunday like this, when, you know, it's a little easy and some of us are at home, we don't let anybody sleep with a view that they have in their mind. When you share, more people learn and more people hear what you have to share. So kindly, I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you have been able to like our interaction, at least here. Let's move on to the other studio. See you then. Adios. Bye.